What is up with it? Today we are going to be watching a little bit of OP11 content. It's going to go ahead and be green purple Luffy versus blue purple Luffy, a matchup that currently is seeing a ton of play in the East. This is a little bit of an odd Luffy deck list, maybe a slightly older one. But this green purple list is really interesting with the Hody Jones and the Zoros. Something you don't see in most lists, but I could see how the Zoro in a meta game with blue purple could be relevant if they're not teching the red rocks. The Zoro's gonna stick and just be an absolute menace. Um, this is a deck that can search the Zoro, but it is also a little awkward to play as you're normally sticking around the 7 Dawn range for a majority of the game. Um, but I'm interested to seeing if they do find a way to play it. Okay, gonna go ahead and hit that life trigger, grabbing a Sanji and Pilaf. We're gonna go ahead and draw for turn. We're gonna go ahead and play the Zoro looking at top 4. Gonna go ahead and grab a Gum Gum Giant. Okay, so we're set up pretty decently on our 6th Dawn turn. We should be able to play that Sanji and Pudding. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and play Bong Clay here, ramping an active Dawn. We're gonna go ahead and swing 8, feel great. The GP is gonna go ahead and take, okay, and draws the Zoro. So something that I think I didn't see in the deck list of the blue purple Luffy that could be pretty relevant. Oh, wow, and we drew the Zoro. We're actually just him. Um, Something that could be relevant is a pudding. Pudding, I think, being very, very real into specifically this green purple Luffy deck. They really like hoarding all their cards in their hand, like going down to like 1 or 0, and just saying, look, I'm a 6K leader, and with one Gum Gum Giant, I go to 10. So have fun trying to kill me, bucko. They really like doing that, and it's a strategy that can pretty easily be punished by pudding. A lot of the times you actually want to be, yeah, swinging at the board more so than the life for the green purple Luffy, because it's really easy for them to just um, take the life and not have a care in the world unless you have the pudding to threaten them with. So I think we're countering here just because we don't want to get overly punished by the pudding, probably. We are at 7 Dawn, it appears, so we're going to go ahead and be able to play another Sanji and Pudding. Sanji and Pudding being especially good versus other purple decks, because other purple decks want to ramp high. A lot of the time you don't get this Sanji and Pudding draw effect the first time you play it, especially on 5 or 6 Dawn. Um, but versus other purple Luffy decks, or just other purple ramp decks, you actually always get the draw. And if you get the draw the turn you play it, it just feels so broken. You just feel like, man, I'm not even supposed to be getting this value, and I'm just kind of getting it for free. So it will be interesting to see what exactly happens here. So we're going to go ahead and 2K out of this swing. They're going to go ahead and 9 Mom. I'm assuming our standing Sanji and Pudding. We did not have a stage up, stage being an extremely important card that I think is not as talked about as it probably should be. So we're going to have to counter this for sure. Yep. And our hand is actually just nothing but bricks at this point, which is really funny. But we've managed to get to 9 Dawn with a Zoro in hand, meaning that we're going to be able to play it if we want. And then if our opponent doesn't have the event, the Red Rock, we probably just win on the spot. That said, if they do have it, I feel like we feel super uber bad. Like this play feels very all in to me. Oh, they do have it. Okay. Yeah, which it is literally searchable, by the way. Um, so feel like you feel pretty sad if you're the Luffy player at this point. I have to imagine this is going to be an extremely uphill battle from this point. I mean, the one nice thing about them playing the Red Rock is it kind of means that they're not going to be doing a whole lot else with their turn. They're just going to be swinging, basically, and maybe like leaving some Dawn active. This Luffy being able to bounce is super annoying for us. We're all the way down to 1 life, which is not really where you want to be. Okay, we're just gonna drop the Zoro. We don't even care. We're just like, whatever, bro. Like, you're not gonna Red Rocket again. If you do Red Rocket again, we lose, but you're just not gonna do that to me. Yeah, the Thunder Bagua. I think Thunder Bagua, probably not that great of a card in this deck. Finding this Katakuri here, though, could be really huge for us. Letting us re-stand our 9-mom after swinging it. So that way our opponent can't just like take the whole board with this Zoro. But we'll see. Okay, gonna go ahead and swing 6, swing 8. We're gonna go ahead and giant that, discarding one of those 4 drops. We can't really play any of these Zoros for the rest of the game because they're just gonna get bounced for free. It will be interesting to see if we decide to take this 9 or if we, okay, so we do decide to take it. Okay, interesting. So, yep, he's going to go ahead and play the Katakuri, re-standing that 9-mom. This Katakuri being such an incredible card, being able to re-stand, being a huge blocker, while also getting to ramp a Dawn. So we're going to go ahead and swing, what is this? I think this is maybe 14. We're going to take. We're going to swing 14. We're going to block. And then we're going to re-stand. And then I'm not exactly sure what swing this is. It's big though. I think it's maybe 15. And that's 10, 13, 15. We need one more. 16. Yep. So now the Luffy wins. Did we have to go all in like this? We did have to discard the chopper. Yeah, so the Zoro not coming in clutch. I think if the first one had stuck, I think we actually probably just win the game. But that Red Rock just kind of making it so it didn't stick, and we basically, wasted our whole turn, that one turn. So that's kind of the fear of playing the Zoro, right? Like, it can kind of be scary if it gets removed. But super cool card. I would love to see it be played in more GP lists. I appreciate you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.